Hello and welcome back to this channel. Today's going to be a very fun video to film because today is pretty much just going to be a maintenance day. We are already starting to water stuff a little bit. I'd say we're about 60% done, a little bit of some stuff here and there. I'm actually currently filling up the rest of the buckets right now to do a water change in probably maybe 3 days to a week, somewhere in that area. I do kind of want to talk about some of the plants and some algae forming in the fish tank. But other than that, today's video is actually going to be really short. So before we start, please subscribe, hit the bell notification on all so you do not miss our video. Please like this video. Let's go ahead and start watering. Alright, well, I was going to water and kind of talk about stuff as I go, but I just kind of started watering and then, well, I finished. So, pretty much a lot of the stuff I really want to talk about today has a lot to do with just everything. So, fish updates. Number one, we've had quite a few fish not make it. Let's do a quick count really quick. Okay, so far I see 1, 2, 3, 4, and then those are goldfish. Then we have a sucker fish in there, and then we have 8 snails. Some algae definitely forming around the rim of it. I actually cleaned the fish tank yesterday, got all the algae out, and now it is forming some more, so that is a yay. No, I'm kidding, that's really, really, really bad. Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens with this, and see if I can change some of the stuff, and yeah, so there's that. Then going around over here a little bit more, really talking about the plants. Now, if I look from a side view, from like this perspective right here, the plants look phenomenal. The plants look absolutely amazing. But one of the things I'm a little bit nervous about is if you look around, plants look absolutely phenomenal. I've never seen plants look so good before. If you look at the sponges, the sponges don't look great. I'm just gonna say that. So, the problem, like algae, okay, algae's not horrible. Algae, I'm fine with algae being in here. The problem is, once it gets too uncontrollable, which is starting to happen a little bit in the system, not a ton yet, like that one right there, it just slowly starts to hurt the plant roots, slowly starts to, it's just kind of slowly starts to kill the roots, and then over time the plant itself will not make it, which is really, really disappointing. But the lettuce, especially this type of lettuce, is absolutely thriving. Now check that out. Now the roots on that definitely don't look as good. It is growing a lot of new roots, which is really good. But other than that, the sponges on these are like it doesn't even look like algae. It looks like I grabbed like a huge like bucket of like green food dye or food coloring and just dumped the sponge in it, let it soak, change colors like the course of like 48 hours, and then put them in the system. That is actually really disturbing when you actually think about it, because it is algae. Now, I guess theoretically it is a great thing that the algae is thriving, because that means the system is theoretically working really, really good. Going down another shelf, we do have the peas, and these peas are actually doing really good. Now, I am a little bit worried about this, because now if you look around, these peas and that pea looks really, really good. But then, well, I'm going to have to fix that in a second. That's weird. That one is looking pretty good. And then let's see what is going on with this. Same coincidence. So, I'm just going to leave those out for there. Let's check out the roots on these. Oh my gosh. Well, were you guys expecting that? Because I was not. Well, that's insane. Well, a little bit nervous from this perspective, because if you guys look in there, there's an algae ring. Well, that's not great. That is a huge, huge, huge problem. Okay, roots on that is significant. Roots, it's a mix. Most of them look really, really good, and most of them do not. So that's not great. but the roots are absolutely insane. Just check out that root structure. Wow. Well, looking around a little bit more, definitely a lot of growth. Definitely a lot of problems that could get a lot worse quite quicker. I guess I think something I'm going to start doing a little bit to kind of hopefully slow down. I don't really want to say stop the algae because theoretically it's already started, but I'm going to try to put these pebbles in. I'm going to go ahead and move all these plants, get rid of all of them, even though it is really, 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 really disappointing to see all these go. The roots just aren't going to make it much longer. Now, the plants do look really good. But then going over to this system, you can kind of look around. Stuff is... That's what's even cooler. Now, let's talk about that really quick. So this is the hydroponic system. Looking at the roots, I will say the plants aren't as dark. They don't look as good. I will say that. Looking around, a lot of the other plants aren't doing phenomenal. But what's interesting is looking at this system, I mean, just check out that color difference. Basil 1 and Basil 2. These look a lot better. Also, Basil 1, I'm not going to use that. Basil 1 root structure. And then I need something about the same size. Let's go with this. Basil 2 structure. Definitely for sure some structure things. Now, cucumbers are looking pretty good. You're probably wondering why on earth would I do cucumbers? That is a great question. So, also, I'm trying to decide. I might put the system towards this since the algae really hasn't started as fast with this yet. I might just do the same thing, especially with the plants being a lot smaller. I might just throw away all the plants and then just restart from square one with a different thing. See if these are better, and then if they aren't, I don't know. But if they are, then yay. I will say the plants definitely smell absolutely phenomenal. Like if I go up to that and kind of cut some of the leaf like that, the smell that comes off the basil is absolutely insane. And that's one of the things I really like about basil. Now, this is just gross. Check out how much is on that. But going down a little bit, definitely a lot of amazing stuff. A lot of absolutely phenomenal growth looking around from there. So far, I'm not seeing any other problems that are super significant that I really need to address a lot more. But other than the algae forming, I think it'll do pretty good. Now, going over to the other system, I really, really don't want to talk about a lot of this because that's what we do in our informational Growroom tour. But I will kind of do an update. So I did a little bit of some work in here off camera yesterday. Some just normal maintenance type of stuff. I did some stuff with this to basically pretty much just give them some more nutrients, because if you look at that, then you look at these, definitely some significant growth things. So there's that. But other than that, I really didn't do a lot yesterday. Now, every so often I will bump one of these things. That's really didn't go well, and then I'll have to keep doing that. So yeah. Also, I do want to talk about this. We are starting to get our first flowers. So looking around, that one will bloom. This one will bloom right there. We got a... Nope, that's a leaf coming up. Yeah, definitely a bloom right there. Definitely a bloom right there. Oh, wow, check this out. Definitely a bloom on those. So that is quite exciting. And, yeah, so that's pretty good. Other than all of that, I'm pretty happy with how everything's turning out. Also, the lemongrass is starting to start, so that is so incredibly exciting. And yeah, so this is going to be the end of the video. So if you guys like these types of videos, please subscribe, hit the bell notification on all so you do not miss our video. Please like this video. I just want to give a second to thank you all for watching today's video and supporting the channel. And I'll see you guys tomorrow when we post next. Peace.